Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. I've spotted a few sellers that are going to give our dealers a run for their money.
£1,000.
No, I still want more than that.
It's not enough. But look how your eyes are gleaming looking at these.
As always, there are some real strong opinions on this show.
Ungrateful is the word,
that's
Trevor.
what I think.
Ungrateful.
Today, we're in Northwich in Cheshire. There's a great crowd of people here. Are they going to take cash? Are they going to gamble? Are they going to go to auction? I don't know. One thing I do know for sure, all these people want the real deal.
The first item of the day has caught Tim Hogarth's attention. Tim, have you taken a shine to Marion's goods already?
I like those vases and I'm going to be quite strong for them. I am prepared to pay anything between £120 and £150.
The minimum amount of money I would accept is £100. I'm looking forward to sitting down with Tim because I think he's quite fair.
Sounds like we could be off to a great start then.
They've brought a very nice pair of cloisonne vases in here. I'm going to just tell you a little bit about cloisonne in case you don't know, Marion.
No, I'd love, no.
You don't know?
No.
Cloisonne is enamel. And when I say enamel, all this is like copper wire and then the enamelling is put into there. And enamel is made up of crushed glass and then brought to a high fire to give it this sort of like texture. And these are Japanese, these vases. Late 19th, possibly early 20th century, we're talking about 1890, 1900. And it was the height of fashion, really. They called it the aesthetic movement. They were interested in everything oriental. Do you like these, Marion?
Not really.
Marion! I've just eulogised about them and you tell me you don't like them. Why don't
They've
you
sat
like
in the
them?
wardrobe at home. I got them as a wedding present. It was 55 years ago when we got those.
What did you think when you opened them 55 years ago?
They went back in the box.
I bet you'd have rather had a toaster, wouldn't you, Marion?
At the time,
At
yes.
the time. Well, I suppose it's down to the money, isn't it, really?
Well, yes, I think so.
How much for these vases that you don't like, Marion?
I'd rather you tell me how much you're going to give me.
I am going to tell you now, Marion. £50.
Wait.
No way. Suddenly,
way.
these vases are taken on a whole new light, haven't
Yes, they look lovely.
they? £100, Marion.
No. I think they're worth more than that, to be honest with you.
You did
I really
55
do.
years ago, did you?
No.
What about £120? Here comes David.
Now, when I first looked across at the table, Marion, I saw these vases. They are what they are. They are Japanese cloisonne, circa 1900s and 1920s. Now, I looked at the estimates from my independent valuers and auctioneers, and I thought, well, this is crazy. 40 to 60, 60 to 80. I think there's an 80 to 100 or something like that. So that shocked me, really. It's got to be worth 150 quid, surely.
Marion didn't even like them, David. She's had them in wardrobe for 55 years.
You had a bit wardrobe for 55 years. Get another few
They've
quid
been
in.
preserved, haven't they?
Well, they are nice. I mean, they are wonderful colours. So, come on, get some more money into him.
Well, what about, Marion? £140.
I can see he does like them and he sees the commercial content in them. So, I'm going to say, accept that.
And you won't go any higher?
Marion,
Just another 10?
you've heard what David said.
Yeah, but look how your eyes are gleaming looking at these.
Your eyes haven't gleamed for these vases for 55 years, Marion. And now suddenly we've got the crown jewels here.
Go on, you know, you could just put another 10. and I'll be quite happy.
I'm sure you would, Marion. Just for the cheek of it, the audacity, really.
You're going to give me that 10?
I am, because I'm quite impressed with your negotiating skills, Marion. Are you going to shake my hand?
Yes.
Don't ask for any more now, Marion, because you're not having it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm really pleased with myself because I thought I was going to have a tough time, but I didn't. I enjoyed myself.
Good on you, Marion. You did a grand job. Across the den, a bit of French chic has turned up on Mark Stevens' table, and it's tick-tocking all his boxes.
A beautiful French repeating carriage clock. Lovely quality, looks in super condition. It's something that I'm definitely going to try and buy.
I think it's probably worth £1,000 to £1,500. I'd like to think we could fetch a little bit more than that.
And as you might expect, such a beautiful clock hasn't gone unnoticed by David and auctioneer Robert Stones, who also fancies it.
I'd be no good at poker, would I, David? I love it.
Hi Hazel, I'm Mark.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Well, what can I say? You've bought me a beautiful French carriage clock. How did you come by it?
It was a gift off a former employer. My husband and I are in domestic service, and it was a Christmas present to us.
Well, he must have thought very highly of you, I must say, because it's a wonderful clock, and what a wonderful gift. I mean, have you had it for a long time now?
We've had it a few years, yes. We had it in our house. We've since moved, and we've got a more contemporary apartment, so it's been packed away at my mother-in-law's.
Oh, that's a shame,
Yes.
because this is a really nice looking carriage clock. Around about 1880, 1890. Lovely. If we look at the case, those wonderful Corinthian columns. The actual front here, I mean, this is what we call an engine turned front with two enamelled dials. The smaller dial is what we call the subsidiary seconds dial. On the side of the carriage clock, we've got wonderful fretwork, which has been carved out of two very small pieces of brass and threaded out. I mean, it's really well put together.
Now, when this came through the door, I saw your eyes come out a little bit.
It's a super thing. It's a really good clock and it's in great condition. It's very decorative. It's extremely commercial at the moment. So it's a real sporting lot to put under the hammer.
Our independent value was, I say, £1,000 to £1,500. Now, that sounded a bit cautious to me, but what are you saying?
Well, it could make £1,500, £2,000.
Well, we've got a dealer here who's a hitter, a big hitter.
Yeah.
How big is he going to hit today? Let's see what he puts on the table.
50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600,
No.
650, 700, 750,
No.
£800.
He's playing with you.
I know.
He's just wheeling you in. Fabulous, fabulous quality. 1,000 to 1,500. And in my opinion, the 1,500 is cheap.
850, 900, 950, £1,000.
No, I still want more than that.
1050, £1,100. 1150.
No.
Well, I've come back in and I heard you say no, and I think you're right. The 1,000 to 1,500 is cheap, the estimate. It should bring over, in my opinion, more 15 to 2. And I think you would not be doing service to yourself if you didn't take that to the auction and let the competition start to elbow each other and have a bit of a tussle in the sale room, because that's what they'll do.
Right. 1,200, 1,250, 1,300, 1,350, 1400. That's where I want to play.
I think we're going to take it to auction.
In some ways, I think you're probably right. You might find somebody who wants to give you more for it, and I really hope it does make more. So we got no deal?
No deal.
Okay, wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can't believe that offer wasn't accepted. I think it was a stonking price. I put the money down to buy it, and I haven't. A little bit disappointed, to be honest.
I think we're going to do quite well with this. £1,500, £2,000 maybe, but to be fair, Mark did make a very strong offer.
I think I'm hoping that it'll probably go to about 2,000.
Let's hope everyone hasn't raised your expectations too much. Guess there's only one way to find out. And on such an exciting day, where's Hazel?
She can't make it here today, so I'm looking after her interests. Is there a buyer here that's going to top Mark Stevens' offer? I look around the room, it's full, but are they going to be the buyer of such an item? You just never know.
Lot number 75, the carriage clock. Here's a great opportunity for somebody. Great quality clock. What may we say for this? £800 a bid straight away. 850 I bid at 850, 900 now. 900 do I hear? At 900 anywhere now do I hear?
It's at no money. They're hanging around 900.
The bid's with me at 850. 900 do I hear? At 850 only. At 850. 900 is there?
Not even round the lower estimate. No real interest in the room. The buyers are not here in the room.
850 then. Last chance. All quiet and done. At £850 then. I can't take the price, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, disappointing. The buyer was not here in the room on the day. As always, Mark Stevens, by goodness, he's strong, that boy. He likes to put his money down on the table. £1,400 with no deductions. That was the real deal.
Just shows going to auction can be a gamble, but sometimes it can pay off. Coming up, surely James knows better than to ask this question.
What sort of expectations do you have?
Moderately high expectations.
Oh dear, have you?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
It's Jan's turn next to sit down with Albert.
I've brought along some Vesta cases and a cigarette case. I'm expecting or hoping to get somewhere in the region of £60 to £100 for them. Having seen Jan on TV, I think possibly she'll be a very canny dealer, so we'll see how things develop.
Will these two strike a deal?
So would you like to tell me about these Vesta cases you brought in today?
Yes, they're some which I inherited from my mother-in-law, and because we've downsized to a bungalow now, we feel it's a time to move on and to sell some of the things which we've inherited.
Right, well if we have a look at this one first, because in fact it's a very nice, heavy cigarette holder, and I believe that the mark is Chester. And Chester silver was always nice quality, always nicely chased. These Vesta cases were for striking matches with nice clear hallmarks, the Birmingham marks, probably about sort of 1910, 15, something around there. But who uses them now? Nobody. So really, I think my offer will be based on the scrap value of the items. I believe it's 200 grams. And if you do sell them today, are you hoping to do anything special with the money?
Well, we've got a grandson, so it'll go towards buying something for him, I would think.
Lovely. Always a good cause.
Absolutely, yes.
So, let's see what we've got. 20, £40. What do you think about that?
I was expecting a bit more than that, I must admit.
What about a 10? £50 on the table for this little collection. What do you think?
Well, it's very nice, but I was hoping for a bit more than that, I have
You
to
were.
say.
And here comes David.
Well,
to
I think
sort
it
us
looks
out.
a little bit more. I mean, there are some things that are at fault, but we're talking £80 to £120, 100 to 150. Those are the various estimations from our professional auctioneers and valuers. I certainly think there's £100 up there, or thereabouts. it probably is worth somewhere on that area.
Thank you, David.
Right, Albert, well, I think we both know
Well,
where we are.
there we are.
I'm obviously a little on the low side and never wanting to be seen as mean. I'm going to start all over and I'm going to go to 60, 80, then £90.
Can I press it a little bit more than that? I think that's pretty much in the right area.
I think what you're going to say to me, I'm going to hazard a guess here. You're going to say, I'll tell you what, Jan, if you round that up to £100, have we got a deal?
Yes, that's right.
So if I take the 10 away,
Yes.
put another 20 down,
Yeah, we're both very
two
happy.
happy parties.
Two happy parties.
Thank
yes.
you very much.
Thank you, Jan. Well, my grandson, I'm sure, will be very pleased to have something along the lines of some new toys, or perhaps even put towards a holiday. Who knows?
I felt to give them the extra £10 or £20 was neither here nor there. I was still going to get myself a small profit, so hey, I was quite happy.
You were on the money there, Jan. Back in the den,
Hello, Judy.
Judy is
How do you
sitting
do?
down with
James.
James late.
Nice to
But
meet you.
will he dish up enough dosh?
I would like to get £250 for the bowl, and I'm hoping James will be in the frame of mind to be able to come to an agreement with me about it at around that price.
You brought along what looks to me like a Middle Eastern bowl. What can you tell me about it?
Well, my aunt had it. Her husband travelled in the Middle East,
Yeah.
round about the time of the Second World War.
Okay,
And so it came as part of her estate.
Right.
And it has been sitting sadly in a cupboard in my house.
You're not using it?
I'm not using it.
So do you know which country it's from? I mean, it could be
I'm not absolutely sure.
possibly Turkish, possibly Iranian, I would think.
Yes,
Yeah.
he certainly travelled quite a lot around the Middle East.
Yes.
So
It's probably a fairly low-grade silver, no hallmarks.
no.
What sort of expectations do you have?
Well, I've got moderately high expectations.
Oh dear, have you?
I have a landmark birthday, as do various other members in my family next year.
Yeah.
And we're hoping for
Hoping for a big foreign holiday, are you? Or at least a party?
Yes,
Yeah.
at least a party.
Keep this for your party. Put the fruit in it.
But we're all saving up, so I'm hoping for great things.
Yes. I quite like it. I do have a number of Middle Eastern customers who might like it. I think they prefer earlier stuff, quite frankly.
Right.
And I suspect this is probably 1900, 1910.
Right.
It could even be slightly later than that. I don't think the engraving is of the best quality. It's a little bit sort of provincial.
Yeah.
But there we are. Having said all that, that's a nice enough thing. So we'll put some money on the table then.
Okay.
See if we can buy it. I'd like to offer you 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120.
That's a nice, tempting amount of money, but it's not enough.
Not enough. Okay. More then. 140, 160.
Again, a very nice amount of money, but I'm afraid not.
No, okay. So I'm not going to go too much further. 180, 200.
That's beginning to be quite tempting.
Well, I think that's probably really as far as I want to go with it.
Yeah?
I'll put another 20 down, so that's 220.
It's a hard decision for me to make because there's always a chance at the auction that there may be
might
more
make
than
more, yes.
more than one person wanted it. But I think on balance, I will take the money and accept your offer.
Okay, very good. Well, let's shake over the bowl.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for bringing it
Thank
along.
you.
It's slightly more than I'd hoped to pay, but I still think there's a little profit in it. She put up a good fight.
She bowled you over, James. Coming up, David sold.
The stonking, chunking lump like this is something else. But 360, he's having a laugh.
Find out if Mark's laughing on the other side of his face after the break. Now, let's step back in time to the 70s. Anthony, what have you got for Tim?
I bought the rotary LED watch today, and I probably accept £50.
I will do my very best to try and buy it, because I do know that these items are quite current at the moment. So I am moving with the trends. Timmy is getting trendy.
This we can't wait to see.
Tony, we've got a 1970s rotary digital watch, and I'm going to impress you here, Tony, with this. LED.
That's correct.
Light emitting diode.
That's correct.
Tony. So tell me a little bit about this watch.
Well, the wife bought it when I was in the pub business in Manchester in the 70s. And it was a nice surprise, and I wore it for years. And then somebody told me about it, and we said, be careful, it's quite a good watch, that. So I stopped wearing it, and I put it away.
Yeah. So she obviously bought you that as new then. Do you remember what date in 1970s?
It's probably mid-70s.
Mid-70s, 1977?
Probably around there, yes.
I was nobbut a nibber, Terry.
He was a youngster.
I was, yeah. And when you say you haven't worn it for a long time, it has got quite a few scratches and a bit of blemish in there, hasn't it? It's
Probably, yes.
So you've not looked after it that well, have you, Tony?
Well, I have and haven't, you know, I'll put it that way.
You haven't, Tony?
Okay, if you say so.
But doesn't detract from it, does it, really? Because whoever buys it's going to wear it. And it is working, isn't it? So, why are you selling it, Tony?
Well, we're not trying to go on another holiday, you know. And,
holiday?
Yes, it'll probably help.
Well, it might buy you a few drinks.
Oh, well.
Right, on your holidays. Right. My offer is £20.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I think it's worth a bit more than that.
How about £30?
No, don't think so.
Right. I need to get current. I need to know what's trendy. These are trendy. So I'm going to take that away, and I'm going to put that there, £40. Would you like some advice from David?
I would actually, yes.
Right.
Well, I think the advice from David will be 1970s LED light emitting diode, estimate 10 to 20, 30 to 40. On this particular occasion, I'm going to say sell it to him. I think that's a good offer.
Well, I'll take David's advice.
So we've got a deal, Tony?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. I could be setting a trend. As we speak, this watch could be whisking its way to some trendy fashionista.
We'll look out for it in the post, shall we, girls? And from antiques of the future to ones of the past, a real deal favourite has turned up on Mark Stevens' table. So, Barry, tell us all about your Royal Worcester vase.
My girlfriend's father had inherited it off his parents. He's now living in Greece and he wishes to sell these items. I'm hoping to get between £600 and £800.
Well, you brought me in a very impressive piece of Worcester. What can you tell me about it?
It's very nice.
Come on, you must know more about it than that.
No, I don't, I'm afraid.
Really?
I've come here to help out family, friends, and.
So, did it come from a collection then? Is it?
Yes, it's part of a collection. Yes.
Right. Okay. It's blush ivory Worcester, 19th century.
Yeah.
It appears to be in very good condition. One thing that really stands out for me are these wonderful monkey faces. I mean, if you look at them, the definition, the character in them, they're like talking to you. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, they really are nice. And I haven't seen that before. I mean, was there any particular reason why this is being sold?
Yes, my girlfriend's father lives in Greece and he wishes to sell it to help him with building his property over in Greece.
It's all about the money then, isn't it? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So do you know what you want for this vase?
I do indeed.
You do? So is it over £20?
Not by much.
No, I like that. That's all. Okay, look, £20 there. 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, £300.
That's right.
320, 340, £360.
No, I'm afraid not.
All right, okay, well, look, here comes David, and I'm sure he's going to give you some great advice.
Okay.
Now, they'll all tell you the same thing. Our independent values, the auctioneer, blush ivory, royal Worcester, superb quality, but not the fashion of the moment. The great days for this have come and gone, but a stonking, chunking lump like this is something else. Now that can pop someone's eyes. £500 to £800 is the estimation. It's not hugely valuable, but £360, he's having a laugh.
Well, I think the monkey's telling me I'm having a laugh here, look at him. But I tell you what I do, 380, 400, 420, £440. That's what I had in my hand. I think it might make more money, and I'm pretty sure David's confident that it will. But the decision is up to you. I mean, please, I'd love you to take my money. I'll put my hand out and shake yours now if you want to. But I've got a funny feeling you're going to go to the auction. But it's your decision. There's 440 on the table.
Okay, oh, thanks for the offering, yeah, but I'm going to take it to auction.
Yeah, good luck. I wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye. I was under orders to take no less than £600, so good luck for us in the auction.
£440 on the table. I thought that was fair money, but he thinks he's going to make more money at auction. I'm not so sure.
Who better to ask than auctioneer Robert Stones?
440, that's not a bad offer, putting us under pressure, but you know, there's internet's there, we stand a chance of doing a bit better with it.
Robert knows his auction room best. Is this a decision that Barry and his girlfriend are going to live to regret? She's at the auction, so time to find out.
Now, you probably won't recognise Laura, because on the dealer's day, your boyfriend, or your chap, Barry, brought along this piece of Royal Worcester, which actually belongs to your family, belongs to your father.
Yes.
Now, it's here in the auction, it's coming up now. The difficulty is, have we got the right buyer in the sale room today? It's well worth its money. Let's see what happens.
What may we say on this one? I've got 350 bid at 350, 400 is the now. 400 anywhere now to a bid. 350 on bid, 400 surely. 450, 450, 450, 500 now do I hear.
Needs to be a bit more because of the commission.
At £450. 500 now do we hear? At £450. Last chance at £450, then all quiet and down at 450. Can't take the price, I'm afraid.
He's moved across because the reserve was at £500. They got up to about £450. I'm going to say, don't be too disappointed. No. Tell your dad from me. What's your dad called?
Steve.
Steve, don't be disappointed, mate. What you've got is a fabulous item. Take it home, keep it for a while, and sometime in the future, should you bring it out again, I believe it will make its money. So on the day, real deal, 440 quid, Mark Stevens. Mark, as always, you put your money where your mouth is, mate.
The bidders just weren't in the sale room today, so for the second time Mark's offer was the best offer. What's he got to do to clinch a sale? Coming up, is Trevor going to get the better of Tim?
£460. I'm going to need 500. That's in the middle of the estimate. You'd be the dealer of the day.
Surely that's an accolade worth winning.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Northwich in Cheshire.
The sellers just keep on coming. It's Jeff's turn next, but is his item picture perfect enough for Jan Keane?
I recognise a bit of quality when I see it, and it's not bad quality. And I'll probably be paying about 70 or 80 for it.
I'm hoping to get about £120 for it today, if I can.
Oh dear, Jeff, you're 40 quid apart at the moment. Do your best.
Well, would you like to tell me about this painting you brought in today?
It's a lovely watercolour painting of Fairborn in North Wales. It's painted by Ernest Chadwick, and he was a painter in the early 20th century. He was born in 1876, died in 1955. So this, I think, is a fairly typical example of the kind of paintings he painted.
So, Jeff, just tell me where you acquired this watercolour from.
This painting was bequeathed to my father, and when he died, it was left to me. So it's been in the family for over 30 years.
And to sell it now? Not got any space on the wall, or?
Plenty of space on the wall. It's a nice decorative picture, but the other pictures I have are more contemporary. And this, I think, probably would suit a more...
House by the Sea?
Yes.
I thought I'd butt in there. Well, I can see he's got a very nice neat little signature. It's quite lovely down the bottom here. It's lovely. But the actual watercolour, I find very peaceful and very tranquil. And what I like about it is on the back, we have this nice original label, which I feel is always nice, by the artist saying Fairborn Beach, Ernest A. Chadwick. So it's very nice to have that. It makes it really authentic. And I don't mind having a little punt on that. So we'll see if we can come to some sort of agreement. So we'll say 50, £70. What do you think about that?
That's a nice start.
But not enough.
Not enough.
So supposing we make it £80.
I think it's worth a little more.
Tell you what I'll put down.
I'll leave the £10 there as well.
How about we strike a deal at 90?
I think it's worth just a little bit more. I just need another £10 and that'll clinch the deal.
And you'll be happy?
Delighted.
Down goes the tenner. We have a round 100 and it sounds like we've got a handshake.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
I'm one crazy lady, but do you know what? I love the signature. So tiny, so neat. And hey, what's £10 between friends?
We're not done and dusted just yet, so let's cross the den to Tim's table and find out if this deal will have a nice ring to it for Trevor.
I'm going to play hardball with Tim and I'm trying to get as much as I can out of him.
The 2 diamond rings are quite commercial. The only problem with them is they're not very old. I'd like to pay for these diamond rings £350. Now, I'm going to have a quick look at these diamond rings and I'm going to tell you what I know about them.
Okay.
So we've got quite a modern 18 carat freestone flower diamond ring. These stones I would estimate are about 5 points each in each flower.
Right.
So I would think we've probably got maybe well over a carat in diamonds in that one.
Yeah.
And it's got an 18 carat gold mark on it. And then this one is very similar to the other one. And again, probably a similar amount of diamonds. And in the shank, that's got 50 stamped into it, which means there's half a carat in that one.
Oh, right, okay.
So, these are never yours, Trevor, are they?
No, they're not. I bought them for my wife, and she's worn them once. And all
Ungrateful is the word,
that's
Trevor.
what I think.
Ungrateful.
Well, having saying that, she says different.
I bet she does.
I think what I'm going to do with the money, if we accept it, is probably take on holiday.
Well, I hope you take it to the right places. If you don't like it, there'll be hell to pay, won't
yes.
there? Right. I'm going to see if I can buy them.
Okay.
50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. How am I doing?
You're not there yet, Tim, unfortunately.
Am I not?
No.
I thought I were doing quite well there, Trevor.
No. It'd be like my school reports. You must try harder.
Yeah, mine as well.
No, sorry, it's not enough.
Well, there's obviously no real age. It's quite glamorous to look at. £400 to £600 is the estimation, both from the auctioneer and the independent valuers. I think 300 is a little bit on the low side, but nevertheless, Tim may still want to put in a further bid. If not, you and I can try and sparkle at the auction.
I will go a little bit more. 350, £400, bottom of the estimate.
If you go to the middle of the estimate, that'll be fine.
I'm not going middle estimate, Trevor. 420.
No, that's too low.
What about, Trevor, right? 440.
No, it's still a bit low.
Right, Trevor. £460.
I'm going to need 500. That's the middle of the estimate. And that way, you'd be the dealer of the day.
Would I?
Yes.
I can't give you £500, Trevor.
I'm on the bread line here.
You look to have plenty of bread to me, Trevor. I'm telling you. Now, me and you have got a rapport. £480. We're not going to fall out over 20, are we?
Exactly, so £500 will be spot on.
It'd be spot on for you. 480.
I'm sure you can squeeze another 20.
I can't, that's it. That, Trevor, is your lot.
You're not going to lose these for £20.
Believe me, Trevor, I am. Believe me. Have we got a deal?
You're a hard man, Tim, but we'll have a deal.
Thank you very much. Not as hard as you.
Yes, Tim is certainly my dealer of the day.
You got Tim to pay over £100 more than he wanted to, so no wonder he's your dealer of the day. But let's find out how everybody else has done first. It wasn't Mark's day at all, for sure. Despite his best efforts, he went home empty-handed. He put in a storming offer of £1,400 for the carriage clock.
Can't believe that offer wasn't accepted. A little bit disappointed, to be honest.
Then there was the Royal Worcester vase that he offered a whopping £440 for.
I'd love you to take my money. I'll put my hand out and shake yours now if you want to.
Again, it was another item that bombed. No one could accuse you of not trying, though, Mark.
Thank you very much.
James had a slightly better day. He bought the silver bowl for £220 and made a quick return. Remember how Jan was wooed by Jeff's watercolour?
Do you know what? I love the signature.
She paid £100 for it and is yet to sell it. But with a stroke of luck, the other £100 she shelled out on the Vesta and cigarette cases soon made her money back. And finally, Tim.
Thank you. If I'm not the dealer of the day, I get very upset and have a Timmy tantrum, and you don't want to see that.
No, we don't, Tim. Well, he snapped up all 3 items that came his way. The cloisonné vases won't make him rich, but they did earn him a little bit more.
Yes.
And he was over the moon with his new watch that set him back 40 quid.
Timmy went trendy. I'm uber trendy now. I've got an LED watch.
But not for long, as some other fashionista now owns it.
Thank you very much.
But his best buy of the day was the rings that he refused to pay a penny more for. And as he stuck to his guns, it earned him the biggest profit of the day. So, tantrum averted.
Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.